Hey everyone, it's Ryan here. So it's been a couple of weeks since I last did a video because I haven't been here for the past couple of weeks. I've been in the mix of Tamworth and Cardiff, back to Tamworth, now back here. This video being the Cardiff part of that, because this is my reactions to Clash at the Castle, the WWE hosted in Cardiff, in Wales if you're not from the UK. The Saturday previous, which was the 3rd of September. This video is going to be quite long, to be honest with you, because I have a fair amount to talk about because I was actually there for it. I've mentioned it in the previous videos. If you follow me on any of my social medias, then you'll see I've posted about it as well. This is WWE's first premium live event in 30 years. They're not counting Insurrection Rebellion, essentially glorified house shows. Basically the biggest one since SummerSlam 1992. So going into it, there were 6 matches. There was a pre-show match that they did. I don't think it was announced beforehand. I think it was sort of a last minute thing. I'm basically going to go through the matches, what happened. Like I say, if you want to see what my view was, like watching the show, then like I said, it's on Instagram and stuff. You can see it on there. I haven't got any videos because basically the whole thing with my phone is I've wedged the earphone port in the earphone bit, so basically it tries to record using that, but there's no earphones to record it from, so basically everything is silent. So the pre-show match was Madcap Moss and the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Alpha Academy. It was teased by Austin Theory that he was in the UK, so obviously everyone was thinking it was going to be a cash-in of some sort. Very solid pre-show match. This one was a lot of fun. Get you off with a good start. Madcap Moss and Street Profits with the win. Montez Ford getting the win with that one. Like I said, just a very standard opener pre-show match. We got into the venue for like 3 o'clock. Well, basically doors were open at 3. We got in about 4. We were waiting for like an hour and a bit before anything actually happened. But we had fun. We got some pictures together and stuff like that. So going on to the very first match of the night, which was Alexa Bliss, Asuka and Bianca Belair versus Damage Control, which is Bayley, Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Again, very good opener with them. A lot of chants towards Bayley, asking if she wants to be our girl. The hey Bayley, I want to know. I'm not going to sing it because we've already had bad weather as it is. Plus, I'm terrible at singing. A lot of us singing that for a good 5 minutes. Bayley just going along with it, going, no, I don't want to be part of it. I feel like they switched up the match as well at some points. So, for example, there's a bit where like she gets tagged in, everyone go, hey, she's in, and then she'd immediately tag back out and we go, oh, boo. Asuka was taken out for like a good 5 to 10 minutes at one point. I was trying to point out to my friends that I went with that we couldn't see her for a while because basically, so we were like opposite the hard cam. So basically, hard cam side, no one's there. That's all production area. But we couldn't see her because basically she was like leaning against a barricade. Watching it back, because I watched it on the Sunday when I got back. Basically she was just leaning against a barricade for a bit. Basically her arm was probably a bit off, but she came back in, for the hot tag and stuff. The end comes when they all get, like, Damage Control get their trio of moves in. Dakota Kai with a running elbow, running boot, I think it is. Io hits the moonsault. Oh no, Bayley hits the Rose Plant, and then Io hits the moonsault. Bayley gets a pin, pins the women's champion Bianca Belair. So I believe that will set up Bayley versus Bianca for Extreme Rules. I got that prediction wrong. I thought the face team was going to win. I thought that'd be opener, start off with a good win. Very solid match. I feel like Dakota had a couple of times when she sort of missed her cue. So not like missed her cue, but she sort of jumped the gun a bit with certain moves. So there's a bit where Bianca does a triple moonsault, like she does a springboard into a moonsault onto whoever's on the floor. Dakota at one point rolls out and you hear Bayley saying, go, come back here, like roll back in. So she has to come lay down with them, and then they do it that way. And then towards the finish, she sort of like goes a step ahead with the thing. She gets to actually tag Io in before she does a move. But other than that, it was a very solid opener. I enjoyed it. Next match for me, what was probably match of the night, Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against Sheamus. Sheamus first comes out with Butch and Ridge Holland. And then Ludwig Kaiser, formerly Marcel Bartel, he's doing the announcement for him. Before he does that, he introduces Giovanni Vinci, who used to be Fabian Eichner, who was part of Imperium. So there's a brief Imperium return. It's apparently it's the reformed Imperium now, so I believe this is technically a debut for him. And then he introduces Gunther, obviously formerly Volta. They get their Imperium entrance, the hands behind the back. They're all wearing black. It looks great. Big reaction for Sheamus for this one, because obviously, like, Sheamus from Ireland, but in a way, he's the hometown hero. Again, very hard hitting with this lot. It was brutal. Sheamus immediately, his chest bleeding from chops and all that stuff. Like I said, a lot of moments where people were thinking Sheamus would win. Eventually what happens is Sheamus goes for a bro kick, but his back gives out from all the punishment he's been taking. Gunther then hits a powerbomb and then a massive lariat, like full on when Rikishi does like the flip bump essentially, like that hard with it, and that's what beats him. Sheamus gets a standing ovation at the end, and rightly so, because like he took a lot of punishment in this, gave a lot out as well. Like I said, it was a fantastic match to watch. And Dave Meltzer gave it 5 stars, so I've now witnessed a 5-star match in person. Like I said, I'm not one massively for Dave Meltzer ratings. Like, enjoy something, give it your own rating, don't rely on someone else. But I can sort of understand why people rely on him, because obviously he's been in the business for over 30 years, so at least he has an understanding of what's good and what's not. But yeah, fantastic match. That one, that was absolutely amazing. One of 2 matches that got the biggest reactions of the night. So yeah, like I said, it was an amazing match to watch. The next match, Liv Morgan defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler now has some really weird generic music that I've never listened to before, because I only stuck to the highlights for SmackDown and Raw. We didn't know it was her until she came halfway down and they changed the Titantron, because it sounded like the music they were using for the intervals. One thing we learned as well, the intervals, when the screen goes off, it's because they're showing like recaps and stuff like that. So basically we don't see that like on TV, we just get an Enter Clash of the Castle thing. But yeah, I'll be honest, this match was probably not like the worst one, but had the least reaction. Like, Liv got a very quiet reaction, Shayna got a quiet reaction. She got a F 'em up Shayna, F 'em up chant for a bit. Liv Morgan had brief moments where she got cheers back, but not as strong. Like I said, Liv's not been booked the best the past couple of months, and because of the intensity of the Sheamus Gunther match, this one sort of unfortunately was in the what's it called, death spot, I think. Basically, like, if you've had an epic match before, whatever comes next is not going to be as good. Liv hits the her like sideways code breaker thing, and then she hits that Oblivion, I think it is the new finisher. I am not a fan of that finisher. It looks completely weak. Like, she springboards off the middle rope and falls backwards. She basically self-rock bottoms herself off the middle rope, and somehow that's a move. But she retains the title, just extending until Ronda Rousey, I guess. And like I said, the reason why this one didn't get the biggest reaction is because we sort of knew Liv was retaining. Like, if Shayna won out the blue, I think that would have got a big reaction as well. But I think because they're building up Ronda Rousey versus Liv again, Shayna wasn't going to win. The fourth match, it's Edge and Rey Mysterio accompanied by Dominic facing the Judgment Day. When I did my prediction stream, I predicted this would be a match. I was originally going to go 6-man tag, but then I thought because of the whole woman-man thing, there was 6 to 2-on-2, Edge and Rey versus Damian and Finn, and that's actually what happened. Edge, probably the best entrance of the night. Everyone singing his entrance theme when he came out. Massive reaction for him, obviously, because we haven't seen Edge over here in God knows how long. Obviously, he had to retire in 2011. And this was his first time back in the UK, I believe, or like first UK pay-per-view. So yeah, massive reaction. Everyone singing Alter Bridge. It was amazing to be in there when that happened. And yeah, obviously Judgment Day comes out. There's a couple of like weird comedy moments. So basically Ray trips Damian Priest on the barricade, and he's doing the because obviously he's hit his balls. He's like Rhea getting them back in the ring. Again, very back and forth. Massive cheers when Edge comes in. Edge hits a 619 at one point, which is amazing. Eventually, Dominic helps with the win by, I think, tripping Finn at one point, or basically distracting him to the point Ray drop kicks him. 619 spear. Edge picks up the win. Dominic gets in the ring with them. Edge and Ray are celebrating with each other. Dominic sort of stood there like, "Hey, I'm here too," type thing. Like, you know, and basically Ray's paying no attention to him, just straight to Edge, hugging him, celebrating everyone else. Ray eventually, like, Dominic basically looks at Edge, and Ray's like, "Okay, come on, we can shake." And like, "Come on, we did well." Dominic's like, yeah, you did." Kicks him straight in the dick, so hard that his shoe comes off. Edge is selling for this, where he's literally just like, "Why would you, like, not like a sort of, why would you do that?" Yeah, it's not like full on pain, it's just sort of like a shock, like, "Oh no," type thing. And then Ray literally going, like, he starts saying so, well, basically he takes his other shoe off, because obviously his shoe came off. Started chatting crap to Edge. He's like, "Oh, you think you can do this without me, huh?" Blah, 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 and all this stuff. Ray's like, "What are you doing? Like, why did you do that? We won." And Dominic just like, "Yeah, you're right, I apologise." Bang! Massive clothesline on Ray. Judgment Day are laughing at this. Dom rips his shirt off, Edge had the mysterious thing, he walks off on his own. Obviously massive boo chants, a-hole chants. And yeah, that's how it ends. Well, Edge and Ray still get a standing ovation after everything, but Dom leaves on his own. Judgment Day then leave. Edge and Ray get their standing ovation. Again, another really solid match. Really enjoyed this one. Obviously, massive reactions for Edge and Ray. You know, Damien and Finn. The classic build-up in shows where everyone wants a hot tag for Edge, but Judgment Day keeps stopping Ray getting the tag, and when it happens, it's massive. Second to last match. Second to last match. Couldn't even talk properly then. Matt Riddle takes on Seth Rollins. Build up to this one. You know, they were meant to have a match at SummerSlam, didn't happen because of Riddle's neck injuries, which were caused from Rollins. This whole build up being the same thing. The Raw before really got me invested in this match. Because basically Matt Riddle was doing the whole, "Look, if I wanted to face a man, I would face your wife, you know, because she's the man in your family." And then they do this really cool bit where it's like, I think this happens like whilst it's off commercial or something, but it's like as the interview ends, Riddle's like, "Oh, are we done now? Cool." And as he's like Rollins goes, "Riddle, are we still there?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm still here." He goes, "All right, you want to bring my family to it? I'll bring yours." "Oh wait, you don't have it anyway because your wife divorced you and took your kids with her." And it's like, oh my god, like literally that line. And then Riddle's like, "Right, where are you?" He goes, "I'm right here, bitch. I'm right here." He goes, "Where are you?" "I'm gonna effing kill you. I don't care. I'm not going there to fight you. I'm gonna effing kill you." I was like, oh, this is like basically that intensity. I was like, this is amazing. This is gonna be great. Yeah, Riddle comes out, does his normal entrance. The weird thing was, even though it was in Wales, they had fish come out for his flip-flops thing. I was kind of hoping at least it would be dragons or pigeons or something. Don't get why it's fish. Is Cardiff known for his fish? I don't know. But anyway, Seth Rollins, his attire for this. Mwah! Big like flame attire, big wings, heart glasses, very Elton John inspired. Looked amazing. Everyone's singing along to his theme song, even though he's meant to be the bad guy, but again, he's good at what he does. Again, very hard-hitting match between these two. The thing that I loved about it was because of the intensity of it. Second the bell rang, straight after each other, not doing this whole, you know, lock up, push to the corner, your cliche Irish whip, duck, all that stuff. Literally straight on, just beating the crap out of each other, hitting each other hard. Ref having to get involved, get in the way. Yeah, Seth hits a Bro Derek. Well, it's a neutralizer, not a Bro Derek, but still, they say it's a Bro Derek. Then he hits the pedigree. Well, actually, he hits the KO, which was Cassius Ohno's old finisher. The spinning elbow to the back of the head. Hits a pedigree. Riddle kicks out. He hits Randy Orton's Hangman DDT. Absolutely love that. It was so great. Riddle at one point, when he's got the advantage, has Seth on the outside, grabs the steel chair, goes to swing at Rollins. Rollins moves out the way. He drops the chair. As he's getting in the ring, curb stomp by Seth. Then Seth gets onto the middle rope. Middle rope curb stomp straight to Riddle. Looked devastating for the win. This is actually Rollins' first win on a pay-per-view in 15 months. And after the year and a bit that he's had to be on, like, be the loser essentially, fair play, like an epic match like this. And if there's a rematch of Extreme Rules, I am all for it because this feud can still keep going. I think they can. Like the fact they brought the steel chair in it means Riddle wants to fight him in a like Extreme Rules thing where they can just batter the crap out of each other with weapons. Like I said, another amazing match. If that's not close to 5 stars, maybe 4.5 or something. Like I said, don't really care about star rating, but that has to be close. And then finally, the main event. Roman Reigns defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre, the hometown hero from Scotland, even though we're in Wales, but UK, same thing. Big highlight for me, Drew's entrance. He gets Broken Dreams at the beginning, which was his old wrestling song, and it was amazing because I absolutely love that song. Everyone's been wanting it for years. Obviously, they went back to Gallantry when he was actually coming out, but the fact that we got Broken Dreams, very happy for. A lot of people sang along to that, got a big reaction. A lot of, obviously, pro McIntyre for this, like what they managed to do to make McIntyre the favourite into this and Roman the bad guy. Great work. Start getting, Drew McIntyre chants. When Roman would go out to the ring, everyone's going, "Who are ya? Who are ya?" And even like Drew was getting involved doing that to him. Started off mostly slow, a lot of headlocks, the Irish whip rebound, all that stuff. Big cheers when Drew would get the advantage, but then Roman started getting the advantage, start trash talking. It was amazing. Also, they pointed out a couple of times in the night, Tyson Fury was at ringside. Karrion Kross was at ringside for this one. So he flew all the way from the US to Wales to sit ringside. As soon as they shown that he was there, we sort of knew he was getting involved. I'll be honest, not involved in the way I thought. It was the tiniest thing. He threw a water bottle at Drew McIntyre, which got his attention, and then Roman took advantage. That was all Karrion Kross did. He flew all the way over there to throw a bottle of water at Drew McIntyre. I don't get why they didn't save him until like the end or after the match. Well, I can guess the end or after, but yeah, if he was going to get involved, it's a weird way to get involved. Plus, like regardless of what's going on, the build-up was teasing Drew versus Karrion, regardless of if he was champion or not. So I don't really think he needed to be there, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, like I said before, they also announced Tyson Fury was there. It comes into play later because apparently he's been talking to both of them during the night, or like before the night started. Like he went and spoke with Roman and went and spoke with Drew. Again, like I said, a lot of back and forth. Reigns hits a spear, Drew kicks out. McIntyre hits Claymore, Reigns kicks out. Reigns hits another spear at one point, but then Drew kicks out again. Massive reaction. And then McIntyre hits another Claymore. He's still down. Whilst that's done, so he hits a Claymore on Roman. At this point, Roman's talking to the referee, which is Charles Robinson. As I saw that, I was like, "Oh no, they're going to kill Charles Robinson!" Roman gets hit with a Claymore, then bumps into Charles. Ref is down. They're both down. Next thing you know, Austin Theory's music hits. He comes running down, and we're like, "Oh my God, he's cashing in! He's going to cash in!" Basically thinking if like a way to protect Roman is Austin cashes in, makes it a triple threat, but McIntyre beats Austin. As he's about to cash in, bang! Tyson Fury knocks him out. He's literally like, right, not having any of that. They're staying one-on-one. Massive reaction from Tyson Fury for there. They both do the running at the rings, duck each other, hits a rebound, spear by McIntyre, Claymore by McIntyre. Huge reaction. 1, 2. Ref gets pulled out by a mysterious hooded figure, and it turns out it's Solo Sikoa, the third Uso. He's now joined the Bloodline. For months in NXT 2.0 saying that like he wants to make his own legacy. He's not going to be a part of the Bloodline. He's here to be his own man. He's joined the Bloodline because the Usos can't be there because of their DUIs, so they get Solo Sikoa. Eventually, Drew turns around, spear, 1, 2, 3. Reigns retains. I get what they're going for with Roman being this whole dominance thing. Maybe keep it to WrestleMania 39 or 40 whenever Cody comes back. But it was a tiny bit deflating, but I get why they did it. Plus, it's your very old school heel thing. like Roman's been doing it a while. Obviously, like with the Usos getting involved, with Sami Zayn getting involved. Yeah, so Roman retains. Tyson Fury then gets in the ring. We're thinking, oh, he's going to knock out Roman. Ends up shaking Roman's hand. Roman walks off with Solo. He picks McIntyre up and they start singing Miss American Pie, I think it's called. Drew starts singing along. And then the exclusive that we get is Drew goes to sing Sweet Caroline, realises Wales don't like it anymore because we took it as the national anthem. And then decides to sing Don't Look Back in Anger, and then that's the end of the show. Going back on the network, they kept the Miss American Pie bit, which makes the ending really odd. I feel like they should have ended it with Roman walking off with Solo and basically Drew being picked up by Tyson, and then that's it. The fact that they kept the Miss American Pie bit in was a bit odd. But yeah, that was the end of the show. Obviously getting out there was a bit of a nuisance because a lot of people were getting out at the same time. There was 63,000 people in there in the end. Yeah, like I said, a very solid show. I was very glad it was like 6 matches on the main card. A lot of people were complaining originally because obviously there's only 6 matches for a pay-per-view, whereas AEW had 15, but I think that didn't work in their favour. 15's a bit too much. Like I said, 6, I'm fine with 6 so long as every match is solid. I think Liv and Shayna was solid. I just think it just had the downside of being after Sheamus and Gunther. Like I said, Sheamus and Gunther, match of the year candidate. Reigns and McIntyre was amazing. Riddle Rollins was amazing. 6-man tag opener was really good. Edge Mysterio versus Judgment Day was a lot of fun. Dominic's heel turn as well. So basically, I'm going to go over a few things as well. So basically, I have a few of the friends to shout out for everything. So thank you to Steve for letting me and Sophie stay over the night, and then obviously we're travelling together, he drove us there. Obviously we all sat together. Also, if you check on Twitter, if you follow Courtaholic, we got retweeted, put on Courtaholic's page. If you watch WTF Moments with Ross, we're actually mentioned in there as well. I did put it on my socials, it was pretty cool. Also, Sophie as well for coming along with us, coming all the way from Scotland. She made the biggest travel for there. Also, Ben and Ali, it was finally nice to meet you after talking for 2 years. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of Zoom calls for pretty much during lockdown, and it was so nice to finally see them in person. Thank you, Ed, for putting the group together in the first place. Stephen from America, I know obviously you weren't there, but the fact that you obviously have still been chatting with us and we got to chat with you and you got to watch it on the network. I believe a couple of times the Courtaholic sign that Steve had actually made and took with him actually showed up on the network as well. We know Tom Campbell definitely did a video about it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so basically I'm just going to again thank Steve, Sophie, Ben, Ali, Ed and Stephen from America. Basically just for being a great group of wrestling friends for the past 2 years. It's so nice to finally meet all of you in person. Well, apart from Steve and Ed so far, but working on that. But yeah, like I said, just finally great to actually see you all. The drive there and drive back with Sophie and Steve. Normally when it comes to a long drive, I will get very tired very easily. I was more awake and hyped than anything, especially on the way back, talking about the show and what can happen next. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to go on too much about it, but again, it was amazing to see them in person. I'll leave their socials and stuff in the description, so if you want to follow them and say hello and say you came from me, then it's there. They are generally some amazing people, and being able to be with them in person just immediately elevated what I already thought highly of them. It is, like I said, such a great group of people that we have together, and the fact we managed to get a group photo together was awesome. Yeah, so that is my reaction to WWE Clash at the Castle. Let me know what you think, and if you were there, and what you thought of the show, and what you think is going to happen next. I'm not going to go over Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown's tonight, Raw's already been, but like I said, I'm just doing the Clash at the Castle stuff. But again, thank you very much for watching this. Again, thank you, Steve, for taking me there, and obviously to everyone else. I had an amazing time. I'm looking forward to the next time they bring a show over here that's not just a house show. And yeah, that'll be it. Thank you for watching this, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Right.